The secret of life is enjoying the passage of time. Anyone can do it. There ain't nothing to it. Nobody knows how we got to the top of the hill. But since we're on our way down, we might as well enjoy the ride. The secret of love is opening up your heart. It's okay to feel afraid. Just don't let that stand in our way. 'Cause everyone knows that love is the only road. And since we're only here for a while, we might as well show some style. Give us a smile, it's gonna be a lovely ride. See me sliding down, I'll be gliding down. Try not to try too hard, it's just a lovely ride. Now the thing about time is that time isn't really real. It's just your point of view. Now how does that feel to you? Einstein said he could never understand it all. Planets spinning through space, the smile that's on your face. Welcome to the human race. It's gonna be a lovely ride. So see me sliding down, I'll be gliding down. Try not to try too hard, it's just a lovely ride. And isn't it a lovely ride? So see me sliding down, I'll be gliding down. Try not to try too hard, it's just a lovely ride. The secret of life is enjoying the passage of time.
Thank you very much, thank you, and welcome to Unity of Sarasota.
Good morning.
Good morning.
And welcome to Unity of Sarasota. We're grateful to see each and every one of you here. And can we please recite, you see on the screen, what our vision is for Unity of Sarasota. Let's say it together. We are a beacon of light and love, opening minds, touching hearts, and transforming lives. Could I have the next slide, please? We are an inclusive spiritual community that embraces empowering and life-affirming practical spirituality for richer living right now. We join with all Unity worldwide in creating a world that works for all. Wherever you are on your spiritual journey, you are welcome to join us. I know this is Super Bowl Sunday, and we're all, anxious to get back to our homes or our parties or whatever is going to be happening. I won't ask you which team because that might start a little bit of a ruckus here, and we want to be peaceful. And people are already yelling at it, but we are here now for our spiritual enjoyment and our spiritual growing and peace. So I'd like to welcome any guests who are here for the first time. If you would please stand. I know I met one. Well, welcome all. We're glad to have you here. Please stay standing for a few minutes. Our board member of the day, Bruce, is coming around to give you a special gift, and it is a necklace that is made of string of shells, the shells representing our area here in Sarasota, and the string tying us all together with love. You are each individual like those shells, but the string holds us together. So if we start way in the back, if you would just give your name and where you are from. Okay, welcome home. And here in the front? Speak up a little. Can you speak up a little bit? Welcome, Donna. And the two gentlemen? Okay. Welcome. And in the back? Wow. Since you're here from Sarasota, we hope to see you again. And those that are coming from Ohio, welcome back whenever you're here. Oh, I already got Paul. Did you get Paul in the back? Okay. Thank you so much. Cheryl, do we have it on? Cheryl, our board member of the, it's not Cheryl, it's you. Please fill out in the welcome packet that you have. There's a card with information, and we would love to have you fill it out so that we can keep in touch. You can either put it in the basket as you go out the door, or you can stop at the umbrella table where the board member on duty will be there to speak with you and happily welcome you. Now we'd like to talk about our children. And Cheryl, are you here? Okay. So Cheryl, our leader of our children, is out in front, and if there are any children, she would be in the back with them. But we know that we are welcoming children all over and the child within us, so if we could speak together. We love you, we bless you, and we appreciate you, and we see the living Spirit in you. So, the Youth and Family Ministries, led by Cheryl, has a theme every single month. I can't see from that far away, to tell you the honest truth. February YFM theme is strength. Thank you for reading it for me. If I had known, I would have had my glasses on. Betty, I'm going to welcome Betty up to the, for the announcements.
All right. Good morning, everyone. I am Reverend Betty. I'm the interim minister for just a little bit longer. We're getting close, so we're excited. I've got some announcements. Can we go, is there a way to go back one so that we can take these slowly? So we're looking for some hospitality team members in the fellowship hall. And so MK, raise your hand. She is our team leader for our beautiful cafe crew and brew crew. And so we do have the third Sunday as potluck every month. And this month we have our annual meeting on the third Sunday. So bring it to share and stay for the annual meeting, because we'll talk more about that. We have declared to be Friendship February, because there is an epidemic of loneliness out in our world right now. So we're coming together as community to encourage new people to come in and find that maybe we have the cure for loneliness. We're a spiritual community with lots of love to share. And so we're grateful for all the newcomers today who came to visit us, and hope some of you'll stay, because it sounds like a few of you are from Sarasota. And so during February, we're doing a couple of things. We're asking you to bring a friend. So did anybody actually bring a friend today that's part of our congregation? And yes, raise your hand, because you get a chance to win a beautiful painting. And so someone will find you and give you a ticket that you can now put in our drawing for the art that we're going to be rewarding somebody with who's going to win this beautiful painting that we have. And we've asked people to write a poem about friendship so we can read it every Sunday about friendship. And so in a few minutes, I'm going to be calling up Ed DeMarco, who wrote this Sunday's beautiful friendship poem that we'll be hearing soon. The other thing is, we're inviting people outside who may be seeking a spiritual community or to some fellowship with like-minded people. Every Wednesday in February at noon, we're inviting people of the community to come and visit and meet a friend. So we need you as congregants to volunteer to be a host at one of our tables so that you can meet a friend from the outside and be part of the cure for loneliness, right? So we've got these activities going on, and we would love your support. So if you know someone who's housebound or could use some transportation to maybe come for Wednesday lunch, bring them on. Bring them Wednesday and volunteer to be a host to someone who might come and have lunch with us. We had our first one last Wednesday, and how many of you came? These were some of our hosts, and we were so grateful that we got about 4 people coming. So look to your friends and neighbors, and if somebody might enjoy a nice lunch with people of like mind, bring them in on Wednesday. And it's probably a good idea if you could just call the office and say how many people you're inviting so we know how to prepare for the lunch. Okay, now we are going to be having, again, our annual meeting on February 18th, and that is Potluck Sunday. So remember that. Please put it on your calendar. A really important meeting, right? And we'd like especially those of you who are voting members to show up, because we'll be voting for candidates for the board. And we also have a special board meeting, and this slide is incorrect. The special board meeting is tomorrow evening at 6:30. So if you are interested in governance and would like to attend, you're always invited to be a guest at the board meeting. And the special board meeting will be looking at several things. One is to review the budget before it's presented in the annual meeting. So you have a chance maybe to see it ahead of time, the budget draft, and it will be brought to the annual meeting for vote. We're going to be doing some approval of new members who have requested to join the church, so we're grateful to have you all come as well. Anybody who wants to learn a little more, it'll be a quick meeting for the public, and then the board goes into private session because it's a human resource issue, which is a private decision. The board will be making a decision on who to hire as our new minister. Yes, we're there. We're there. And you all have had the chance to review 3 wonderful candidates, all qualified, and the board will make a decision that is per the bylaws that we have. And so we will be able to announce that after, but don't expect that the board's coming out of their special meeting and saying who the candidate is, because first, wouldn't that be embarrassing if we offered it and the person didn't accept, and then we have their name all over the place? You know, it is a personnel decision. So when everything is locked up and we're certain that that right person is going to be walking through our door, then you will hear from the board, and the person will be announced. So, you know, it could possibly be the annual meeting, but there's no guarantee, okay, because there's a process involved of decision-making on the part of the candidate, too, or the person who's going to be invited to be our minister. So hope you all get that. And we are engaging in a first time to have a Zoom new member class, and we've got about 14 people who signed up. Yay! So we are grateful for those of you who are coming, and we have 2 sessions of that, and we'll continue the next one on this coming Thursday. And if we have other requests, we'll do it as much as we need to. So because Zoom makes it easy, you can do it from your living room. Come attend the new member class. Okay, another thing for your calendar, March 2nd. One of the workshops that is encouraged by Unity Worldwide Ministries for all churches and ministries that are going through a transitional phase and hiring a new minister. There is a program called Honoring of Our Past, Creating Our Future, where we actually do a review of the history of this ministry and look at all the cultural norms that come through the years as a church culture is built here, and looking at anything, just like we would do individually, to clear out anything that we don't want to continue to have in our space in terms of ideas or beliefs or norms of ways of operating, and anything that may not be contributing at this point in time for a 21st century church, and also to say, here are our strengths from era to era as we moved through our history, and bring forward our strengths and build upon them. So there'll be some wonderful discussions, and you'll learn more and more about the history of this beautiful ministry, and then we'll have some time to be thinking broad strokes about how we would like to vision a future and get ready for the new minister. So you'll have a chance to do a lot of interaction and sharing and small group work, and then reporting out and hearing the whole congregation talk about the experience of being in this beautiful ministry and part of this beautiful spiritual community. So March 2, okay, that's a Saturday. And we are having a wonderful event for Black History Month, and you'll notice that we've got some new paintings in the hallway that are African American art. Those are not for sale. They are in the private collection of people in our congregation. We're grateful that they were offering their paintings to hang, and so you'll see these beautiful, beautiful paintings in our hallway as you go down to the fellowship hall. The continuing to support and honor Black History event, we're having a Feed the Soul with wonderful soul food on Sunday the 25th. Okay, so right after church, the last Sunday of the month, we're having this wonderful food, and you're going to also experience some presentations and entertainment from our beloved people in the African American community here in the church that are going to share with you some of their experiences and thoughts and art. So you'll see the details there. All right, there are a lot of announcements, so that's why I got up to make sure everybody got the details there. Now I'm going to encourage you to stand, and we're going to sing the Unity song.
Every prayer is answered, every prayer is heard, every thought and feeling, every spoken
standing now while we speak our statement of being together. There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life. God, who is perfect life, perfect intelligence, perfect love, perfect substance. I am an individualized expression of God. Now look to somebody. You are an individualized expression of God. We are an individualized expression of God. Thank you. And now we hear from Tim again.
When I wake up in the morning, often my brain is going at 100 miles an hour, and which is not popular in my household. And so there's a small group of songs that I call Sunday morning songs to help center myself and get ready for the day and slow down. And this song is one of them. And so I wanted to kind of share my Sunday morning experience with all of you. So if you could relax in your seat and maybe soften your gaze. Love is real, real is love. Love is feeling, feeling love. Love is wanting to be loved. Love is touch. Touch is love. Love is reaching, reaching love. Love is asking to be loved. Love is you and me. Love is knowing we can be. Love is free, free is love. Love is living, living love. Love is needing to be loved. Love is you and me. Love is knowing we can be. Love is free, free is love. Love is living, living love. Love is needing to be loved.
perfect. Thank you both. That was gorgeous. Yes, yes. Love is asking to be loved. John Lennon understood divine love. That's divine love. Love is asking to be loved. And so this Friendship February, I'd like to recognize Ed DeMarco, who sent us a poem. And so come on up, Ed. You're going to read it for us as we begin our talk today.
This poem came about, I was at a service, and the minister gave everyone in the congregation a shell that he'd found on Venice Beach, and each one was broken. None of them were whole. And as I thought about that as the years have gone on, it led to this poem. Broken shells tossed by waves on the shore. Still, they're beautiful. Oh, so beautiful. Broken selves tossed by life, each day more. Still, we're beautiful. Oh, so beautiful. We see the wonder in their pieces all around. In every person, God surely can be found. Just pick a piece and hold it tightly to your heart. Become a friend. A new shell forms of part and part. Open selves are the light each day soar. Together we're beautiful. Oh, so beautiful. A new friendship brings new life and much more. Together we're beautiful. Oh, so beautiful.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Ed. And we're looking for a poem for next week. Okay, there's a lot of poets out there. I know. Okay. So we're going to talk about we are the one. We are the one. And last week, I talked about the importance of friendship being an arena of expression of oneness and pure divine love. And so I did a little more research this week and came up with a story that moved me and helped me understand the coming together of this idea that we're planting in terms of being one community. It was a story of an archaeologist who went to Africa many years ago to study children's behavior and looking at any distinctions, in terms of the way people in other cultures come together in play. So he set up some experiments. And this one experiment, he paced off about 25 feet and had this little group of children that he was going to explain to them a game. And he had this beautiful big basket full of the fruit that particular tribe thought was very delicious. And these kids loved this particularly luscious fruit that was in the basket. And so he showed it to them, and then he took it down. And as he paced off those, the 25 feet or so, there was a tree there. And he put the beautiful, beautiful, bountiful fruit right there under the tree. And he walked back and kind of made a line where the kids lined up. And he explained to them that when he said go, that whoever reached the tree first got all that luscious fruit for themselves. So he gets them set, and he goes, on three now. 1, 2, 3, go! And he's ready to see them take off. And he's actually floored because what they do is join hands and walk together at the pace of the slowest one, the little tyke that they walk together to get the fruit. Well, that completely flabbergasted him, right? As it would probably anyone in our Western world, because, heck, we believe in competition. You know, those kids got to race each other, and somebody's got to win, and some people got to lose, right? I mean, that's the nature of win-lose kind of idea. But in Africa, in many tribes, and in many indigenous cultures, there's more emphasis placed on the community and the good of the community over the individual. And so somewhere we need to come up with some good balance around that, right? Right. Yeah, so that is that concept of Ubuntu. So as he's asking the kids, well, what do you mean? If you had raced off and beat everybody, you would have won the fruit. And they said, but it wouldn't have meant anything to them if the others didn't get the fruit. And so they expressed that because I am, this is a key idea, this idea of Ubuntu, because I am, you are. Because you are, I am. They see the integral connection between all life. And I think we appreciate it intellectually, right? I mean, we appreciate that intellectually. But until we can live it, you know, when we start living it, then we're living in higher consciousness. And this idea of Ubuntu is an ancient custom in many, many ancient cultures that we seem to have lost a bit, this idea of what is good for the community and how to hold both ideas. You know, we want what's good for the individual, but if someone is suffering in this idea of oneness, then we're all suffering, right? So, and we know that Jesus taught oneness. Remember when he said, even the least of these, if you do it to even the least of these, you're doing it to me. This connection of oneness. And so this is the idea I'd like us to hold somehow, how we would hold that in our minds to bring forth more compassion, more understanding of how we're all related, how we are connected to everything. Because we are energy beings. If you hold the ideas that we have in unity, the philosophy of the unity philosophy is that we are energy. We are spiritual beings first, having an earthly experience. And the earthly experience is temporary. So let's make it as wonderful an experience as we can while we're on this earth in physical form. But we're just, you know, in our physical form, a bag of bones, right? I mean, that is not the real essence of who we are. We think we're solid, you know, and we give all the power, you know, to intellect and to rational thinking. But we've got to balance it and actually lead from the place of love. Let our lives be led by divine guidance, divine wisdom, divine love. And we believe that love conquers all. And that love is the answer to loneliness, right? Because compassion and empathy, these are all components of love. They're subsets of the power of divine love. And so, as spiritual lessons for us to learn, more and more, if we can relax into that space of our beautiful, beautiful divine energy, we don't have to figure it out. See, that we're so used to saying, you know, how can I figure out how to be more loving? No, you gotta feel it. You got to live it. And the more you live it, the more you'll experience it. You want more love? Give more love. That's the only way. That's the only way. You could go around saying, I'm a loving person, and I always believed I was a loving person, even as a child. And then one day I discovered, wow, I can have mean thoughts. I can be mean-spirited. I mean, I was shocked, right? Have you ever had that experience? Where you had an ugly, not only an ugly thought, but maybe even an ugly behavior towards someone. And so that's how we begin to learn what's in our shadow. And what's in our shadow is just that psychological space where we feel separate from others, where we feel better than others. We always want to look down on somebody to feel better. If we're stuck in that shadow that says we've got to win, or we got to be first, or we got to be the best, or we've got to be special. I'm special. Nobody understands my life. I'm special. No, we're all one, and we're all true essence of spirit. We're of God, and we're in the ground of God when we can open our inner eyes, when we can have that sensation of going within and feeling that connection. And so Martin Luther King studied this idea of Ubuntu in a lot of his work. And Gandhi studied that idea in his work of rallying the oneness of his people in India, feeling that connection. And so I'd like to read just a quote from Martin Luther King as we honor, of course, African American history today. But Martin Luther King is everybody's hero, I hope. It's not just an African American hero. He talked about how we are, this is one of his talks. He said, we are tied together. We are tied together in the single garment of destiny. Caught in an inescapable network of mutuality. And whatever affects one directly affects all. For some strange reason that I can never be what I ought to be until you are what you ought to be. That's an interesting thought, isn't it? If I find some way to hold you down to make me feel better, I can never be what I ought to be. An expression of divine love into the world. And he said, this is the way God's universe is made. This is the way it is structured. So, some wonderful ideas about this idea of unity, of oneness. I mean, this philosophy we believe in, unity. That's the very essence of what unity means. That we're all connected. And the entire universe is connected as we begin to see the patterns, of how everything relates to everything. I love this idea from Margaret Mead. Margaret Mead was the great archaeologist who would study these ancient civilizations to have predictions and understandings about our current culture as human beings. And she was looking for the first signs of civilization in ancient culture. And looking at the history of the world as we know it, and looking at these ancient city cultures and groups of people coming together. And so when she was doing a talk about that, people thought maybe she would discover something like fish hooks were the first civilized tool or something like that, so you could fish for whatever, or pots or grinding stones. But, you know, she kept thinking and digging and trying to interpret all these artifacts she came up with. And she explained that the first sign of civilization in ancient culture was a thigh bone, a femur, a thigh bone that had been broken and then healed. She called that the first sign of civilization, a healed thigh bone. And her explanation was that, you know, in those days of primal human beings, just like in the animal kingdom, if you break your leg, you die. Because you can't run from danger, and you're going to have some type of infection set in, and then you're not going to be able to go get drink or food or whatever. And she said the animals could not survive a broken leg long enough for that bone to heal, and a broken femur that has healed is evidence that someone took the time to stay with the person who fell and bound up that wound and carried the person to safety and tended the person while they recovered. So helping someone else through difficulties where civilization starts. Isn't that fascinating? Margaret Mead saying, we're at our best when we serve others, when we consider others' pain, and we're there for them. That's a mark of civilization. It's a mark of spiritual maturity, too. That we reach out, that we make connection, that we nurture our friends and friendship. I love this poem by Rumi. If 10 lamps are present in one place, each of the lamp differs in form one from another. But you can't distinguish whose radiance is whose when you focus just on the light. If you focus just on the light, in the field of spirit, too, there is no division. So that we look out for each other's light. We look for the light. We connect through energy. We feel each other. And so, guess what? We're going to practice that right now. We're going to practice that. And so I'm going to invite you to clear your lap if you have things on your lap. And I'm going to have us relax for a moment, and then I'm going to ask that we go into the silence, and this is going to be a silent exercise of feeling someone else's vibrations, of someone else's energy in the room is going to attract you to them. But first you're going to sit, and we'll do a very, very brief kind of centering, and then you're going to, when I tell you to stand and then walk towards someone and be attracted through your inner eye, right? Your inner eyes will find this person, not your outer eyes. So first, we're going to relax. So I ask that you have your feet on the floor, and you feel your feet connecting with the floor beneath you, and you can actually feel for a moment the vibrations of Mother Earth coming up into the bottoms of your feet. You're accepting that grounding that you have with Mother Earth and the beautiful earth energy. So just sit for a moment and breathe deeply and feel that beautiful earth energy coming in for just a moment. And as you breathe, breathing in breath of life, this breath of divine love. And just releasing any tension or holding in your body as you breathe out. Just let it go. Let all that excess energy going out through the tips of your fingers, bottoms of your feet. Just focusing again on the breath, the breathing in and the breathing out. And going deeper into that inner sanctuary within. That place where spirit dwells in you. And feeling your body relaxing. All those little muscles in your face, just relaxing, 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 and just letting those big muscles release any tension or holding of your body. And opening your heart now, just focusing on your heart space, and feel as though you're breathing in and out through your heart for a moment. And now just gently, I'm going to ask you to rise, to stand up if you can. And if you need to stay seated, that's fine too. Someone will be connected with you. So in the silence now, just standing up and letting your gaze be soft as you look around the room for an energy that is calling to you. Finding a partner now, just very quietly coming together with someone where there is some space around you. And if you see someone seated, make sure you take care of them, and that everyone has a partner now. Just very, very silently make your way around and find a partner that you can stand about 2 feet away from, and to stand there with a soft gaze for your partner. So move out into the aisles or come up front if you want more space. Come to the back or the front and connect with someone. Be guided now by the energy. Be guided by the energy. And we're not speaking, we're standing in the silence, just giving a soft gaze to the person. And I'm waiting until everyone has a partner, because even everyone we're taking care of to have a partner now. And so feel that person's energy without touching them. You can put your hands up if you like, if it helps to have the vibrations moving from you to the other person and the other person to you. All right, and we're not speaking. We're not speaking. We are breathing with each other, breathing in oneness. And in your mind now, send the person this message just with your mind and your energy. I am because you are. I am because you are. I am because we are. I am because we are. Feeling that melding of energy between you two and between all of this energy in the room as you accept all this energy circulating around and around. Taking another deep breath and sending this message, my heart beats with your heart. This is a silent message. My heart beats with your heart. And you're looking with your third eye, not your human eye, your third eye. My heart beats with your heart. And one more message now, sending this message to your partner. I celebrate the divine in you. I celebrate the divine in you. Feel that divine energy being circulated everywhere present. Circulating around you, above you, below you, before you, behind you, everywhere present. And just gently now take a look around the room and see all the energy swirling in this room now. Feeling that energy of this whole congregation now, just beautiful energy being circulated. Accept and receive and send out and receive and look at the beautiful energy everywhere. Take it in and send it forth. Take it in and send it forth. And now you may go back to your seat, refreshed, renewed, awake, aware, risen up in energy. You ready?
Thank you, Betty. You know, too often when we come to service, we expect clouds and flowers and big smiley faces. And last week, Betty, I really appreciated the reset in the talk about the condition of loneliness that is so strong in the world. And sometimes we need to have it told exactly as it is. And the whole time she was talking, this song was beating in my head because the amazing Stevie Wonder understood the human condition so well. And this song means so much to me because sometimes we need to know that love needs some surgery. Here we go. Friendly announcer, I have some serious news to pass on to everybody. What I'm about to say could mean the world's disaster, could change your joy and laughter to tears and pain, because love's in need of a love today. So don't delay, send yours in right away. It's gone round, breaking many hearts.
to make you its possession. And it will if we let it destroy everybody. We've all must take precautionary measures. If love and peace you treasure, then hear me when I say, oh, the love's in need of love today. So don't delay, send yours in right away. Oh, don't you know that hate is going around, changing every heart. So you better stop it, please, before it goes too far. People, you know that love's in need. Did you ever think that love would be in need of love today? So don't delay, send yours in right away. It's going round, breaking many hearts. So stop it, please, before it's gone too far.
Thank you. Yeah, get everybody on their feet. Yes. All right, chaplains, where are you? We're calling the chaplains up. These are people who are here to pray with you. So if you have some celebration you'd like to pray about and give thanks for, come on forward after the service. Sit over here. If there's something weighing heavy on your heart as well, the chaplains will pray for you, a short prayer. They are not chaplains. They're not going to consult with you. They're going to pray with you, 3 to 5 minutes max. So you all have time to pray. And you can sit over in the chairs to the front here on your right. And we'd like to bless our beautiful tithes and offerings for this beautiful ministry. We do need your support to thrive and grow, and so you can send it in through mail, or you can go to the website, you can go to Breeze, and all these different ways to give. And today the ushers also will have baskets at the door. So together now, let's imagine these beautiful offerings pouring into this ministry, and we bless them with divine love, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, all that I receive abundantly. And now if you'd stand, we'll say our prayer, and then we'll sing together. The light of God surrounds us, the love of God enfolds us, the power of God protects us, the presence of God wherever we are.